hope you enjoyed that little kind of progress clip of how the cages were made in pictures, and then obviously the final video of the cages of how they are now. So finally I'm making a video on the cages. I'm so happy. It did take longer than expected, especially because we had to wait for this glass front, but I'm so happy. They couldn't be better. They are so much bigger than the previous cages. Even though they were big, these are bigger, which is great, and I can't tell you how much I absolutely love them. So as I said at the beginning of the video, the cages actually took about 5 weeks to complete. We worked on them every weekend as well as a few nights after work and things like that, so it took a long time, and obviously I had to collect up a few things like the water bottles and the bowls, and if you see my project vlogs then you'll know about all of that, and rearrange the shed. I've also scrapped quite a lot of things, or not scrapped them but donated them to different people, rescues and people that needed things, and kind of, it's not minimal, but I've got rid of quite a lot of things now because I only need like the things I need really. I don't want to be collecting up a lot of things because there isn't a lot of storage areas now. But this is what it all looks like, and as you can see we've also changed the shed. The shed looks completely different, and I will put a shed tour up too once this video's up, so that will probably be the next video. But it's completely different, and I can't tell you how happy I am with it. The guinea pigs have been so much happier too, and it's nice for them to have all the extra light, especially Pippin being back on this level. Here's Pippin, and being in the light and the fresh air. And something you would have seen in the video that's new is this lovely mesh door, and you'll recognise this hopefully. The wind's just blowing that door, it's not some sort of ghost opening the door to say hello. But these are actually the frames of the old hutches, the front of them. This little hole is so I can close that door if I want to. Well, this is also so I can close it from the outside, but as well as close it on the inside. But this is just great because it's extra security, and I've actually been leaving the door open. Obviously not at the moment because the wind's awful, but when we first put the door on it was a nice sunny day, and it was nice just to be able to leave this open for them to have some nice fresh air. So I absolutely love it, and I'm just so happy, and I've been so excited to show you guys the new kind of things. Especially obviously it took longer because we didn't expect to redo the shed. We've insulated it double because it was already insulated, so we've insulated again. We've added these green panels, which is a kind of insulation, but it just keeps the insulation in and just looks a lot nicer and cleaner. And overall I think it looks quite a lot tidier. I've also got a couple of little shelves, so just to keep a few storage items on, because obviously there's not a lot of storage. So I've got those shelves over here and these shelves over here, because the only storage left now are these drawers down here. So I've got all their food and things in there, and I also keep a few things under there. But like I said, I will show those more in detail in a shed tour. So seeing as you guys have been waiting so long to see them, and I've been really excited to show you them, I'm going to go ahead and do some cage tours so you can see what's in the cages and what they kind of look like up close and things like that. But I can't tell you how nice it is to just be able to sit and watch them through the glass, and it's a lot more interactive. And although my guinea pigs are tame already, when I do get more guinea pigs it'll be a lot easier to tame them with a glass front, because they're not as kind of protected in their hutches. Not that they're not protected, but they won't be as frightened when I approach and things because they'll be able to see me, whereas in hutches it's quite a lot harder for them to see. So happy. So I'll go ahead and do some cage tours so you can see them. Okay, so this is Pippin's little overview of his cage. You can see the size difference from the way the hutches were designed. Okay, so I'll start off on this end. So just here we've got his corner food bowl, and I've decided to put them in the kind of corner of the glass because I think it's quite nice to be able to see their bowls, and obviously they're coming to here to eat, so it's nice to watch them that close. So his food bowl's just there, and then we've got this pink pigloo here, and this is super cute. I also have one of these for Bailey and Casper and Marley, a bigger one for Casper and Marley, but they're not in the cages at the moment. Pippin's just got his, and it's a really cute pink one. And on top of that he's got this little rabbit toy that he kept knocking around, so I thought I'd put it up here so it's more of a challenge for him. So that's kind of this end, and then here he's got a hanging little toy. You'd recognise this from his older cage tours, and this toilet roll tube toy. And what I've been doing is, Pippin's not much of a chewer, so I'm kind of trying to encourage him to chew, so I've been stuffing it with different types of hay and grasses, so it kind of encourages him to go for the tubes, and there is little chew marks in him there. And then down here we've got a little toy ball, and this is from the Wilkinson's trio balls, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think it is. Then we've got this little grassy thing. This is from Pets at Home. It's a little hamster den really, but completely safe for the guinea pigs, and they really enjoy, all of them enjoy playing with this. And I've been stuffing it with grass and forage, so they've been really having fun throwing that about. Then he's got a willow ball just there, a half willow ball. These are their new giant hay racks, and they're just perfect. I'm so glad I picked these out now rather than a smaller size or using the smaller ones. I just think it looks a lot better having a big hay rack, and so much easier to fill. And I was a bit worried because the gaps are so big that the hay would fall through, but it sits perfectly in it, so I'm really happy with that. I'm so glad I decided to go for a bigger size. Then we've got this fiddlesticks bridge. I just thought I'd put a couple of hidey houses in for him because, well, I was supposed to get used to the cages for now, but he I was going to take this out this time, but he actually really likes this because he's been sat on top of it eating the hay. And then Pippin's just here. There he is. That's how tiny he looks now compared to the cage. There we go, sort of. And then just here we've got another toy. I just thought I'd put it there, seeing as he's been climbing on here. He might be interested in it. And then another thing I'm really pleased that I ended up getting with these giant water bottles. It doesn't look so giant now it's on the cage, but it's the biggest size water bottle that you can get in the UK anyway. I don't know if there's a bigger one than giant really, but I just decided to get giant ones because the cages are bigger, and like I mentioned before, it's not an excuse for not filling them up every day and refilling the water, but I just think it's better. And if by any chance one's leaking, then at least there's plenty in the bottle that will hopefully hold enough until I can get another one, kind of thing. And I just think it looks so much better having a bigger sized one in a bigger cage. And then also just down here we've got a little jingly toy there, and that is Pippin's first ever cage tour of his DIY cage. Sorry I'm a bit shaky, I'm just really excited to show you guys, that's why I'm shaking a lot. So that's his little enclosure cage thingy, and he's been so happy in it. It's really nice to see him so happy, and he's actually been spending a lot of time chatting, which sounds really nuts, but if you're a guinea pig owner you'll know what I mean, chatting to the boys in this enclosure or cage a lot. So they still haven't realised that, Pippin doesn't realise that it's Marley in that cage, because if he did realise he'd be, you know, teeth chattering and things, but he's just been squeaking and chatting to them, which is really cute. So although he's closed off, I've got to keep this closed off because it would kind of wind him up if he saw Marley and smelt him, but he hasn't smelt him yet, which I'm surprised about. But it's nice that he's got that interactive kind of company in that sense, rather than just being completely alone. So that's really nice. So that's Pippin's So now I'll move on to Marley and Casper's, and here's just an overview of their cage. There we go. I keep wanting to call it an enclosure actually, because it's not closed in, it doesn't feel like a cage in a sense, so I keep accidentally calling it an enclosure. So if I call it an enclosure, that's why, because I keep forgetting it's a cage, because it's such a nice open cage. And obviously, even because the walls glass, I suppose they don't feel trapped in at all really. And with Casper and Marley, they can actually see Bailey really clearly, and they've also been interacting, which is really nice. And they haven't been interacting on a nasty in a nasty way. They've been chatting and, you know, just watching each other, so it's really nice, and they've been super happy too. So their cage kind of has also got this, almost got a similar setup to Pippin's in a way. So at the back here they've got a giant water bottle again. They've got a fiddlesticks bridge, and these are actually new out in Pets at Home. They've had the hamster and gerbil ones for a while, but I've only seen the larger size in my local Pets at Home lately. So I just thought, instead of them all having kind of the same one, I'd get a different one each. So they've got the blue and yellow. Hello Casper. They've also got the large hay rack just here. Then they've got a few toys. They've got this toy here, that has a little rabbit sticking out of it there. And they've got this toy, which I'm not sure of the name of, but it is quite a common toy, so you would have seen it before in people's videos, I guess. They've got this toy here, which is from Chinchillas to Shop. This is the kind of thing they do. They just like to see what's going on, just to see if there's anyone there. That's what he's doing. Bailey's not there at the moment. Marley can't actually do that, so he just sits by the glass. So they've got this Chinchillas to Shop toy, and they seem to really like this actually. They especially like the middle section, the little green ball, so they've been playing with that quite a bit. Then at the back here they've got a loofah toy that they've nibbled on a little tiny bit, and a pink little, I can't remember what they're called, but I like to call it a coaster, from Chinchillas to Shop, and it matches their little dog basket. And I've actually got 3 of these, one for each of the piggies. I just thought they'd be really nice for the summertime more than anything, because obviously they'll have so much light in here now, and I can leave the mesh door on. It'll be nice and, you know, fresh, I guess that's the correct word really, because it'll be nice and fresh for them to have all the nice new air, and it'll just be good for them to have the sun and things. And I just thought it'd be nice for them to relax in here, and piggies being piggies, they'll probably like sunbathing, so it'd be nice for them to just chill out in this little dog basket full of hay and have a nibble. So they have the pink one, and then I have 2 blue ones for Pippin and Bailey also. And then to kind of mirror Pippin's cage, I've got a red corner bowl here. They've kicked a bunch of shavings into it, but I'm going to change that in a second anyway. And here they are, having a nosy. Hey? You like your new cages? It's just so nice to just see them through the glass. It just feels like I'm right close to them. Like obviously with the hutch doors closed, it was difficult to interact with them like this, so it's just so nice to just be able to see them this closely really at all times. And there they go. So this is a kind of overview of their cage. So finally I'll show you Bailey's cage. So Bailey's is obviously different, it's underneath, so it's a different shape. It's still the same size, it's just, I think it's slightly bigger, but it's still the same kind of, similar kind of measurements, just a different shape. So with Bailey's on the outside actually, just to make cleaning easier, this little door opens so I can access the cage a lot easier and clean it. So that's really handy. So he's got, that's actually perspex on there because it was just easier to do, and then he's got the glass here. So again, he's got his corner bowl near the glass here. He's also kicked shavings into it. Hello Casper, you having a nosy? Don't chew the glass. You having a nosy? So I think it's so nice that he can just kind of look at Bailey, and Bailey's got the company, even though they're not necessarily together. I just think it's really nice to see them interacting in that way. And then they've got a giant, Bailey's got a giant water bottle just here. He's also got this similar kind of toy to Pippin's. His giant hay rack, and this area is kind of bare because it's food and drink area and toy area. So he's got this nut nibbler that he's had since he was quite young. This toy is from Chinchillas to Shop, and he also seems to really like that. He's got a hanging carrot there. So kind of like Casper and Marley, I thought I'd try him out with the little dog basket to see what you think of it, and he loves it too. Casper and Marley also love it, if I haven't mentioned, but he absolutely loves it, so I thought that was really good, and I've put his under there because I just thought it was nice and cozy for him. Then he's got a football chain chew back there and a little toy too, and here's his little red and yellow fiddlesticks bridge, and he's got a couple of chews near that too, and here's Bailey. And it's just, I can also see him through this perspex here. Well, it's a bit reflective at the moment, but there's me, my hands. It's a bit reflective at the moment, but it's just, it never feels like they're closed off, which is really nice. And it's also going to help with taming. If I get more guinea pigs, it's just going to be so much easier. I think I've already mentioned that, but I'm just so happy with the cages. They couldn't have turned out better, to be honest. I'm really happy. And then here's a quick overview of Bailey's cage. That's how his looks. So those are the cages. You're going to see a lot more of them now in videos, and there'll be monthly cage, well, every other month I'll do a cage tour, and then every other month to coincide with that I'll do a shed tour. But I will do a shed tour this month too because it's changed a lot, so I'll probably do cage tours next month and then a shed tour the month after that. if that makes any sense, but you will be seeing a lot more of these. And I'm just so happy, and I'm really glad the guinea pigs are happy too. They seem to really like the cages. Here's little Pippin. He looks so tiny in this cage now. Aww. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching the project vlogs and the run up to the cages and finally seeing the cages. And thank you so much for everyone that's been supporting, commenting, and you know, like just as excited as I was to see the cages and build the cages. It's been really lovely to share the experience with you guys and to share the excitement, and I've just been super excited to show you what the final projects look like. So thank you so much everyone, and look out for the shed tour. That'll be the next video hopefully, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.